Hi, everybody. This is Leslie Sobalski, founder of Biosource Naturals, naturopath, aromatherapist, Reiki master teacher, and emotional freedom technique practitioner. Today, I want to talk briefly about the concept of epigenetics and how trauma may be imprinted into the cellular memory as well as inherited, and how to release those inherited emotional patterns through the use of essential oils and tapping. So, and the reason I thought I would bring up the Clearing Generational Patterns product is that that's basically its purpose. And with the holidays coming up, I mean, mostly people are happy, but definitely some people start to get a little triggered maybe by, basically inherited emotional patterns. So this may be a good aid for this upcoming holiday and the holiday season, as well as generally at any point, but particularly during the holidays. So basically, if you haven't heard of the concept of epigenetics, and that's EPI genetics, it is the study of genetics and how environment or trauma or emotions and the neuropeptides that are produced from emotions may actually turn on specific genes. So it's sort of the thought process that you may have inherited a gene that may only express itself if the right conditions are there, whether it's some sort of trauma or stress, emotional pattern. And if you're curious more about it, you can Google epigenetics and trauma. There's a lot of recent science on it, which basically shows that a lot of trauma and emotional patterns and neuropeptides will actually turn on genes. So with that being said, there is a concept called cellular memory. And so basically, a lot of recent work with epigenetics basically is starting to show that not only does trauma and emotional patterns turn on certain genes, but that those genes end up being passed on. They're activated and they're actually passed on and inherited, so that we end up not only from our lifetime, but even from our grandparents, cellular memory, which has emotional components. There's like emotional imprints on our DNA in our cells. And so we carry and pass on many of the same generational emotional patterns. Some of them we can attribute to our lifetime, and some may not even be conscious where it comes from. But there's a lot of recent research that shows that that is actually something that's hereditary, is passed on through the generations through DNA. Paul Pearsall wrote an interesting book called The Heart Code. And the Heart Code is part of it. He talks about how essential oils actually unlock cellular memory because it activates certain parts of the brain in the limbic system where a lot of emotional baggage and emotions are stored. And that the increase in the oxygen to the limbic system actually helps the brain unlock the DNA and allows a lot of emotional baggage to be released from the cellular memory. So when we did this work and combined the Clearing Generational Patterns, which is an essential oil blend available in a concentrate for diffusing or putting on the skin if it's with a carrier oil roll-on, we put the blend in the spray. And the purpose of it was basically to help with the regular application of the essential oils to unlock, oxygenate the limbic system and unlock DNA so that emotional baggage can be released. There's a specific emotional freedom technique script that I wrote to pair with that. So with the activation with the essential oils and the tapping, you can, over time, start to repattern some emotions that, and emotional reactions that, you may have just inherited without really realizing where they come from. So some of the spiritual properties of the Clearing Generational Pattern Spray, it does contain also flower and gem essences, which you can read more about on the site of BioSource Naturals. We put a quartz crystal in there because quartz as a gemstone actually amplifies the energy of everything that is already present. So it's amplifying the results of it. I actually Reiki charge all the sprays. So that amplifies the energy. And then the essential oils that are in this blend are ones that are related to synergistically, activating and releasing certain imprinted emotions. So we've got cedarwood in there, which often brings spiritual balance. It produces a spiritual vibration, which purifies and grounds the body, purges negative energy from people and places. It has frankincense in it, which gives us access to the higher realms of spiritual development. It also enhances confidence and knowing oneself and oneself's worth. Orange is purifying to the body and mind, and it brings us in touch with the higher self. It's very relaxing. It also promotes feelings of joy because of its citrus qualities. Vetiver balances and aligns all the chakras. It's a very grounding essential oil. And, being grounding, it adds clarity of thought, concentration, and it facilitates the release of a lot of negative emotions so that they're not stored. It also contains lavender, which stabilizes all forms of energy. So if you're feeling overly energetic, it can be an energy balancer and bring you to more of a level place. If you're feeling sluggish, it can actually energize you. But it's a good stabilizer, and it restores balance basically to the body and mind. It also contains a sandalwood, which integrates the spirit, activates the pineal gland, and it'll slows the analytical mind and frees it open to a creative source and to get those downloads from God and from spirit. We also have some rose oil in there, and that rose is the highest vibratory oil, which opens up the heart to divine love, self-love, and love is one of those keys to help heal and release negative emotion. It also contains rose geranium, which spreads peace and heals the world, the world-weary heart. And Lang Lang calms anger and transforms energy into positive feelings. So this is a spray that I like to use often, particularly if I know that I'm going into a situation where I think that I might get triggered, maybe from even things that are not mine. And I just sort of mist it all around me and enjoy the scent. It's a nice calming scent. I get compliments on it all the time, and it's we've had excellent feedback on it in terms of its scent and results. It does have the Emotional Freedom Technique script, and that's actually free to everyone in the store if you just want to take a look at the script. But using this and then tapping can help repattern emotions that that you're not sure why you even have them, and if anyone is interested in that, go to the site. It's biosourcenaturals.com. Thanks for listening. And I hope to do a couple of these quick talks a few times a week. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you. Bye.